Good morning, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the partially mask-wearing militant state of Michigan, where we have Gretchen Whitmer as our governor and dictator for about the next 3 years. The first thing I got to do is I kind of got to apologize to Lamont. I know he doesn't like my Michigan vlogs. I'm sorry. But I can't help it. We have to talk about Gretchen Whitmer today. I've abstained from her for a while, but this time I can't. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, you know, during this Juneteenth, they made a big effort of they're having like a commission, an LGBTQ XYZ LMNOP commission, making this the state a huge safe space for everyone, and everyone can enjoy being here, not like that hate state. You know, she couldn't quite mention what hate state she was referring to. But hey, it only stands to reason that it's Florida. But there's a couple of reasons why she can't say Florida. I mean, first is she can't really just call a state out like that because she knows it's not true. But also, just by sheer coincidence, her father lives in Florida. And not only does he live down there during the lockdown of COVID, when all the people in Michigan were staying home to flatten the curve. Well, she took her big fat ass on a private jet down to that hate state so she could see her father because he was sick. So that's the first thing. Yeah, hypocrisy runs deep, and hypocrisy is even going to be deeper. This is going to be a deep shithole that we're going to talk about today. So we're back here, people. We're back here at the former, I guess it was Lakeshore Downs or something like that, the horse race track. And as you can see, it's owned by the Little River Band of Ottawa Indians. I think it's about 40 acres. It's a huge plot of land. It's here in Muskegon. Like I said, it was a harness racing track at one time. It kind of went under. Little River Band of Ottawa Indians bought this property. They want to put a casino in here. They want to bring jobs, economic boom to Muskegon. You know, it's not on their, I guess, it's an off tribal land casino, I guess you could say. So it was all ready to go. It had been through, I don't know how many administrations. Trump said fine. All federal agencies have passed off on this. And there's this one little subset group of Little River Band of Kent County or some shit like that. Well, they decided they wanted their piece of the pie. They were already getting their piece of the pie from the Little River Band. They welcomed them in. They welcomed them into their tribe. They were receiving the benefits given to all Little River Band of Ottawa Indians, and they decided, well, we think that this might have been part of our tribe's land. In the, I don't know what it would be, the register, the National Register of Native American Tribes, whatever you want to call it, on the national level, said no. Federally, no. It ain't about you. You cannot be recognized. You cannot have, in a sense, land for your own casino down here in Muskegon County. But that wasn't good enough for Big Gretch. Shit, no. See, all it needed was her signature, but Big Gretch said, nah, we want this federal agency to look into it again. Really want to be sure. And of course I came here, and this was before the election, and it's still sitting like this. We're still here today with this nonsense. Well, it looks basically, I mean, quite literally like an Indian burial ground right here, with this big mound of dirt. It reminds me of some of the mounds on the Natchez Trace Parkway, which is a great federal highway. If you've never driven the Natchez Trace Parkway, you really should. It's a great stretch of road. But anyways, so here's what was in the paper, or here's what's on the internet right now. So Gretchen's European vacations. See, the last 6 months, she's gone to Europe 3 times. And what is she doing there? Well, she's getting on her knees, and she's bending over, and she's doing whatever it takes to get European companies to come to Michigan. Because she'll work with anybody. She'll work with them all. She'll sit down, she'll work with all of them. You know, I guess for the most part, it's got to be green energy shit. But she'll work with anybody to bring prosperity to the real safe space state in the country, except the Little River Band of Ottawa Indians. All she has to do, she doesn't have to get on some private jet and fly to Europe. She can go to her desk and she can sit her fat ass down in her chair and grab a pen and sign off on it and bring economic boom to Muskegon County. But that's too much to ask. That's too much to ask. So she won't work with everybody. She'll only work with a privileged few. It's just sad and it's irritating to see something that could be so helpful for this community, something that she says she's willing to do and wants to do, but she won't do it for people of her own state to better off this community. And trust me, if there's a county in the state that needs the help, it's Muskegon County. But no, it's too easy. What a bitch. So here, get your last look as the sun is rising up above the proverbial Indian burial ground here. It's a goddamn shame. So with that, this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.